Cattle producers are aware of the benefits of low-stress cattle handling and look for opportunities to learn how to implement these techniques on their own operations. That's why NCBA hosts regional stockmanship and stewardship events all across the country that offer valuable lessons in hands-on cattle care training. This year, Merck Animal Health has come on as a sponsor of these one-of-a-kind training sessions. Merck says they're proud to sponsor this important initiative to educate cattle producers.
They are the opportunity for producers to learn from the experts, opportunity to see it firsthand. It's a lot different, having read about it or go through the BQA, but when you're there in person and you can physically see the animals and the experts moving around the pen, learning how cattle visualize people and interact with people, and then we'll have in that stockmanship and stewardship, have some actual training sessions beyond that to get people up to date on what's happening with animal care, husbandry, the issues in the industry, so that they can keep them up to date. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a great opportunity for producers all over the U.S.
And joining us now to discuss the Stockmanship and Stewardship program is Chase DeCoit, NCBA's Director of Beef Quality Assurance. Chase, thanks for coming to the show.
Thank you, Kevin.
So Merck has joined us this year as the sponsor. What does it mean to have Merck sponsoring these events?
Yeah, I think we're very excited to have Merck on board as the key sponsor of the Stockmanship and Stewardship event series. Merck has really dedicated their time and resources to the program, and I know that they are very excited for these opportunities to connect with producers, but also because this is a core component of their values and belief in the beef industry. So they're demonstrating that commitment to our industry by supporting these efforts, by working with NCBA to educate cattlemen, improve everyday stockmanship skills, and get in front of those folks with engaging events and educational opportunities.
Now, you've been having these for the last couple of years, and I'm curious, what kind of feedback are you getting from folks who have participated?
Yeah, so after every event, we pull all of our attendees and get their feedback so we can constantly improve and work with our hosts for these events to make sure that they're engaging in what producers are looking for. And 90% of those folks are telling us that these events are a great value for their money and that they couldn't replace what they did for those 2 days in learning and understanding how to better themselves as cattlemen and women, but also better their operations.
I can certainly speak from experience. We've thoroughly enjoyed going ourselves, and I'm curious, what do we have to look forward to this year?
Yeah, so we have an exciting slate of regional events this year. We'll be going to a lot of new destinations and areas that we haven't hit before. Ames, Iowa, Manhattan, Kansas, West Monroe, Louisiana, Fort Collins, Colorado, we're coming back to because they've been such a success. And for the first time, we're doing a dairy-focused event out in California. So we're really excited to reach some dairymen with some content and some information about stockmanship and how to better their dairy operations, because obviously, they're a key component of the cattle industry, but also play a role in our beef supply and as cattlemen. But we are excited for the slate. Each of those events is going to be really unique, offer content that is meant for the cattlemen and women and producers of those areas and those regions of the country, but we couldn't be more excited by the places we're going.
You mentioned content, and I'm sure many folks watching at home might ask the question, is this more targeted for more novice cattlemen? Is it targeted for more experienced people? Is there a skill level that I need to have to even attend? What would you say to them?
Certainly these events are for everyone. We really approach all of these events by providing the sessions, the content, and the experts that can help cattlemen and women and cattle producers of any level. And people really enjoy that. We hear from folks that have engaged with our stockmanship clinicians multiple times, still say they're learning something. And we have people that have come and learned from us for the first time, say that a light bulb has gone off and they've really been able to take something back to their operation.
Well, let's talk about those experts for a minute. Who do you have on the roster this year?
Yeah, so we're bringing back Kurt Pate and Ron Gill. Excellent. People just love them, their storytelling, their practicality, but also the science that they bring to it and really understanding Stockmanship and the core of what it is and how it can improve your operation. You know, these folks are realistic with what they do. But we're also bringing on board Dean Fish. He's been shadowing Kurt and Ron for a couple of years now, has always been involved in the Stockmanship and Stewardship program, has been a core component of our demonstration arena at convention. And so we're excited to share him with producers across the country, and I think people are going to be really excited by the clinicians we have.
That's great. And one last question. Why is this program so critically important to the long-term viability of the beef industry?
You know, I think today and each day, consumers are more interested than ever about where their food's coming from. But we have a great story to tell because of things like the Stockmanship and Stewardship program. We can share with them that cattlemen are actively taking advantage of opportunities to better themselves as cattle producers and responsibly raising that beef. But at the same time, we can improve our operations, we can make them better, improve our bottom lines, and make sure that our industry is viable for generations to come.
Thank you so much for coming to the show, and thank you for all you're doing to lead and organize these fantastic events.
Certainly. Thank you, Kevin.
As Chase mentioned, this is a unique and valuable educational experience for producers of all skill levels. If you'd like to attend one of these sessions, just visit stockmanshipandstewardship.org for details on when and where you can find an event.